Regarding my approach when it comes to online safety, there are 3 anchors. First, addressing the power and information imbalance by increasing the transparency and accountability of platforms and services, and empowering our regulators to hold them to account. For example, the Basic Online Safety Expectations Determination under the Online Safety Act empowers the e-Safety Commissioner to require online service providers to report on how they are addressing user safety. Another example includes the government's proposed Combating Misinformation and Disinformation Bill. It would empower the Australian Communications and Media Authority to look under the hood of the digital platforms and improve transparency about the systems and processes they have in place to protect Australians, including how they comply with the voluntary code they signed up to. I acknowledge 2 regulators in my portfolio who are here today: the E-Safety Commissioner, Julia Inman-Grant, and Authority Member Adam Suckling, representing the Chair of the ACMA, Ms Nerita O'Loughlin, PSM. To ensure reasonable protections are built into the platforms, we need transparency around industry's processes and actions, and I'll return to this theme later in my speech. Second, acknowledging the way harms manifest in the online environment is different to how they manifest offline, and that informs policy settings. There is a difference between a young person having a bad experience in the schoolyard and being subjected to a deluge of round-the-clock abuse and harassment over social media. There is a difference between visiting a local pub and placing a bet and being home alone betting online. There is a difference between how information spreads when it is shared between neighbours to when it goes viral on social media. This is not to say that one is more benign than the other, just that it is critical we understand these differences so we can be intentional about the appropriate regulatory settings that should apply. Third, together with industry, we need to lean on researchers and experts as they better understand associated impacts on human physiology and psychology. And the evidence is concerning. The ASIO Director-General's annual threat assessment released last year highlighted that the number of minors being radicalised is getting higher, while the age of the minors being radicalised is getting lower, with children as young as 13 now embracing extremism, and critically, that most of the radicalisation occurs online. A recent Flinders University study on years 7 to 9 found that the time those young people spent using image-based platforms such as Instagram and Snapchat was associated with significantly higher disordered eating behaviours. And in relation to online scams, older Australians continue to lose more money than other age groups. According to ScamWatch, in 2022, people aged 65 and over made the most reports and lost more money than any other age group, with over $120 million reported as lost. Understanding these very real impacts of online harms will help industry build in the right user empowerment controls, education and supports to keep people safe. While today's address focuses on the industry and regulatory responses to online safety, it is also critical we invest to empower citizens with the digital and media literacy skills they need to navigate the online environment. In our budget, we provided $6 million over 3 years for online learning tools through a partnership with the Alana and Madeline Foundation. By 2025, every primary and secondary school in Australia will have the opportunity to engage with the Foundation's digital literacy products for free.